From the Mount Washington Radio Group newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie. Conway police say a 32-year-old armed robbery suspect has been arrested in Florida just hours after police released information they were looking for him. Detective Sergeant Chris Maddie says police in Orlando and officers from the Orange County Sheriff's Department, acting on a tip from Conway police, they believed Luke J. Porter was in Orlando, arrested Porter without incident Wednesday afternoon at the Continental Plaza Hotel on International Drive. A Conway District Court judge had signed an arrest warrant earlier for Porter, who police allege entered the Family Dollar store at 234 White Mountain Highway in the Surefine Plaza in Conway late in the afternoon of December 28th, showed a handgun and took an undisclosed amount of cash from the register after shoving aside a female worker. No one was hurt. During their investigation, police searched a nearby Conway motel room on Route 16, where Maddie says Porter had apparently been couch surfing, and recovered evidence they believe related to the robbery. Maddie says the gun allegedly used in the crime was recovered to Porter's arrest on Wednesday. Maddie says his lead investigator on the case, Detective Ryan Wallace, has done a fantastic job.
He got the call that night. He's been on it and has pursued many leads, many tips, has interviewed several people, and through that investigation, a very detailed, very lengthy, very accurate investigation, he developed the probable cause for the arrest, and the judge signed off on the warrant. So I'm very proud of Detective Wallace and the job that he did, and hopefully this sends a message that when crimes like this happen in this community, we take them very seriously.
Porter is being held at the Orange County House of Corrections in Florida pending his extradition. He could be returned to New Hampshire as early as next week. He already has a record with the Conway Police Department for minor offenses. Now he faces a single felony count of armed robbery, punishable by up to 20 years in the state prison. But Maddie says as the investigation continues, more charges may be filed in the case. A commission created to study post-traumatic stress disorder and traumatic brain injury among New Hampshire veterans says the state civilian health system is capable of providing appropriate care, but the challenge is educating both veterans and providers. The commission, created by the legislature 2 years ago, released a report yesterday with one broad recommendation: make the commission permanent so it can accomplish more than half a dozen more detailed goals. Those include creating a peer navigation network among state, federal, and local organizations, and setting up veteran focus groups to reduce the stigma associated with getting help. 30% of veterans surveyed by the commission said they were not getting the help they needed because they were embarrassed. 16% said they did not feel understood by providers. In Maine news, lawmakers have voted to override Governor Paul LePage's veto of a bill aimed at helping Mainers get treatment to quit smoking. The Democratic-controlled House voted 131 to 10 yesterday in support of the bill that provides insurance coverage of costs for tobacco cessation treatment for Medicaid program members. In his veto letter, the governor said the bill eliminates cost sharing and co-pays for Medicaid or MaineCare members, something he says is an, quote, essential component of maintaining fiscal responsibility in the program. Supporters say more than 40% of people in the Medicaid program smoke, and the bill will save taxpayer dollars as fewer people will need treatment for tobacco-related illnesses. The Senate will now consider the measure. In sports and college hoops action, Vermont beat Maine 83-46. UConn pulled away from number 17 Memphis for an 83-73 win. In NHL action, the Bruins beat the Dallas Stars 4-2 last night, and Pats quarterback Tom Brady returned to practice yesterday after missing a day because of illness. The Pats are scheduled to practice again today before leaving for Denver, where they face Peyton Manning and the Broncos Sunday in the AFC Championship game. In the weather today, mostly cloudy with scattered snow showers this morning, then partly sunny this afternoon. Highs in the upper 30s, winds gusting up to 20 this afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the lower 20s to mid-20s with light winds. And mostly cloudy Saturday with snow likely, mainly in the afternoon. Accumulation around an inch possible, highs in the mid-30s. From the Mount Washington Radio Group Video Newsroom, I'm Gare McKenzie.